What's up, everybody? George, the 80s Transformer fan here, and I've come to the last member of the Autobots in this wave that I need to form Optimus Maximus, and it is Prowl. Here is Prowl. Here's his packaging. On the front of the packaging, it just says Prowl. It's 4 out of 5. Hasbro ages 8 and up. Combined to form Optimus Maximus, which I don't have that white version of him, and when I form him, I'm going to use the red version. Prowl on the back. Here are the other figures in this wave. And here is his bio. In case you care to read that, you can pause it right here and read it. And I'm going to continue with the tutorial review. I'm going to swing him around. Swing him around yet again. Cut the packaging along the tape, trying to preserve the packaging in case I may need it later. Comic book figure. Leave the instructions in there. Since he's a repaint of Dead End and a slight retool, shouldn't need any instructions to take care of this guy. Take a look at the comic book. Here it is. It's him on front, looking very much like the toy itself. Open up the comic book. Looks like Thundercracker. Michael Bay Thundercracker, the Raptor. See the cone heads in there. Destructicons all over the place, and it's like that looks like damn Galvatron. What the hell is going on in here? Looks like RC. The guy that looks like Galvatron slash Megatron. Yeah, it looks like the tank version of Megatron upgraded to Galvatron. Very interesting. Very interesting. Maybe we'll get that figure. Blew out cone head, looks like thrusts. Got his ass whooped. Constructicons very prominently featured in this comic. Couple guys, humans, maybe Joes, I don't know. Devastator again. Megatron, a bunch of Conehead clones, I guess. Optimus. Prowl. The back end, Prowl, product shot, and everything. I guess this is a little bit more of a bio right there. I don't know if you can see it. You can pause it, read that. Here is Prowl, and again, he is a Dead End repaint. I guess a Dead End and a Wild Rider or Breakneck, whatever his name is. Prowl down on the surface. And I took out this little combiner piece so I can have that handy. Take his triple barrel shotgun, best weapon of this mold and probably in the whole damn wave for the smaller guys. Here is Prowl. Looks pretty good, like the colors they got going on. Let me zoom in on Prowl a little bit. Nice face sculpt. Looks very Prowl-ish to the G1. And it looks like they tried to paint the little flat piece here to look like the hood of the car, which I like. Zoom back out. Take a look at his feet. Has a few paint apps there. He has black plastic on the legs. Has the little gray plastic kneecap. I like when they use plastic more than paint. You don't have to worry about the rubbing. Come around to the back of the Prowl. He has the hood of the car for a backpack. It's not too bad. Looks pretty decent there. He has some pretty good clearance. His paint apps look pretty clean. Real quick, I'm going to go over his articulation. His arm comes up that far. Arms come up that far. You can swivel this high and come out this wide. I have the power. They 360. He has a, I guess, I don't even know if that's his bicep because it's only that much arm. His bicep swivel. Bends at the elbow. His fist collapse for the transformation, but no real wrist articulation to speak of. His waist 360. He has the clearance to go completely around. Comes up this high as a forward kick. He bends at the knee. He swivels at the thigh cut, upper thigh cut. about that far. Nothing in the ankle, just a hollowed out feet that houses the legs when transformed. And again, one more look around at Prowl. There's a little metallic finish to his black paint. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little metallic-y shine in there. And so let's go transform on Prowl. Nice little ratchety on his fist. Actually kind of hard to transform. They'll put it in there. Bring the hood forward. Head collapses in there. Swivel this around and pop these open. To add the legs. I remember how I did it before. I gotta kind of get the arms in there first, or it makes it a little bit harder. They collapse into there. This comes down here. Just covers up his face. And I just need to tab the guy, bring down the windshield. And I think I got it all tabbed. Here is Prowl in police car form as I hear the rain coming down. Now, the one problem I have with this guy immediately, and I have it with all the emergency vehicles in this Combiner Wars line, is the little plastic molded siren. This would have been so much cooler if this was a separate translucent piece stuck in here. And they probably could have used the same piece on most of the vehicles, just had it sitting on top. And it would have looked a lot better. The little painted molded, it's not even really a really bright red. It has a little metallic fleck to it. But it kind of makes it look cheap just sitting up there. It makes it look real kiddie. And I know it's a child's toy. And while I'm talking about it, his rims are unpainted. I don't know if they're unpainted because it's a police vehicle or they just didn't paint his rims, but I think he could have used a paint app on his rims. Squozing in here, he has highway patrol police, and literally it's squozing in there, like it's running over into the crack. The windshield looks nice blue metallic finish to it. Nice little Autobot logo there. Again, the front of the hood has been retooled from the dead end mold. Come around to the side, same thing, police squoze in there. The paint apps don't quite continue there. Back of the car looks pretty good. It's a pretty good looking vehicle. It's a good looking vehicle on dead end. Rolls very well. He has a decent amount of clearance. I mean, it's right there at the ground, but there's a decent amount of clearance there. Of course, all the weapons stored in vehicle mode. And you can just put this cannon on top. Then you can take his shotgun, one of the most useful weapons out of these guys, and put it here. And it's kind of out in the front of him a little bit. Doesn't look too cool like that. Or you can swing it to the back and looks a little bit better like that. But again, that port is kind of low to the ground, and I don't know if you can really hit a Decepticon like that, but you can move it around, pose it how you wish. Take this out to see. I don't think it has clearance for this to store in here and roll. No, it doesn't work right there. Right here is Prowl next to dead end. Again, he's a retool, but they retooled it pretty nice. It wasn't just the paint job. They added some vents to the hood. They added the ram bar. They added some, I guess these are police lights in the front. They changed the front grille, which was cool. That's a lot more than I expected these guys to do. They changed the mirrors, the way the mirrors sit on the car. Come around to the side, they changed the panels of the door. They even added like a little gas tank over here that's not present over here. Swing around to the back of the car. The back is pretty much the same, but there is some tooling differences in there and in here. And the little vents here. So not just straight repaint. That's a fair amount of tooling. This is probably beyond what I would expect from Hasbro. It's pretty nice. I'm glad that they did that and just didn't stick the light bars on the top or whatever. I don't know if I mentioned the headlights are different as well. But yeah, I like what they did with the retool on this figure. Okay, now to get Prowl into his leg mode, what you do is you simply pop the windshield, which I forget every time. Flip the head back. Take the combiner piece and here you go. Oh wait, lift out the combiner port. And here you go in foot mode, or you can rotate it to show the front of the vehicle, but looks kind of weird. All this just hanging out, and I don't think, or maybe, can you get it to collapse down more? I guess you can get it to collapse down a little bit more like that and have that as the front of the leg. And get this guy into arm mode. The port sticks out this way. Transform the legs back pretty much into robot mode. Swivel them around. Gotta pull the port out. This is the connector port. Pull that out. Instructions say to raise the hands, I believe. Which I don't know how cool that is. Take this and so I got flipped out easy that time. Make him a right hand. Plug this into here. And here you have a right arm. I got Prowl back in robot mode. Let's check out just how posable he is. And I don't think I touched on the head. He has more head movement than Dead End or Ironhide. And I guess it's just due to the sculpt or whatever that allows it to move a little bit better. And his head will 360 and Dead End head was bumping. I guess the size and design gives him a little bit more room. And pretty much like him, you can get him into some pretty clever poses. Do a few things with him. He has big blocky feet, so pretty much will allow him to balance. And some of the different poses you can conjure up. Yeah, not too clever right there, but that's just to give you an idea of the different ways you can pose this guy. Get him out here. I didn't put his weapons in his hand. And it's kind of cool that, you know, the cop comes with a shotgun. And I don't know why they all just don't have guns, man. Has a little scope on it. 3 barrels. And also he has this thingy thing, the hand fist that turns into a gun. And I don't know why they couldn't have snuck a port in here, but because it looks better sitting like this on the top. You can kind of see it's a weapon. When you flip it over like this, it's like, what the hell is this? So he can hold both of those, but looks better with just one. And also it tabs into here, and it holds better than Dead End. It sticks in there. It's not loose in his hand. And here is Autobot Prowl, the last member of this wave that I need to review to merge. There he is on the back. Even though he's wearing the hood, it looks clean enough, looks decent enough. Pretty good looking figure, pretty solid figure. I think he's a little bit better than Dead End, just a little bit. I don't know if he looks better because the white and black is pretty bland. He could have used a little bit more paint apps. They could have painted this here to make it look like more like the hood, like it was the lights here. Maybe I'll do it myself. And that face definitely looks very, very G1, which I like very much. And there is Autobot Prowl. Alright, I'm going to bring in Ironhide. Which I don't know, I think Prowl's a little bit taller. Let's get Prowl standing up straight. Yep, Prowl's taller than this guy. Not by much, but he definitely is. And here is Optimus Prime. Get him behind these guys and readjust the camera for a larger scale guy. And the next time you see these guys, I will be merging them. So thanks for watching my tour review, and I will see you soon.